Coming up on Mountain News this morning, the fight against drug use never ends, but funding hopes to help organizations combat addiction. And folks in Kentucky are continuing efforts to aid those hit by the hurricanes.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Madison Carmouche. We're coming up on 5 o'clock this Monday morning. Today is October 21st. Let's check in with meteorologist Megan Dusmall for a look at your forecast this morning. Megan, we were so excited about the warm up this weekend. I just, kind of hoping that continues.
It will. For this next couple of days, we do have those warm temperatures still going on. So that's something to look forward to as you go into your work week. But taking a look at that current visibility outside, we're looking quite clear for the most part, but there are some bits of fog in our more southern counties. Monticello, 2.8 mile visibility, Middlesboro, half a mile, and Williamsburg, 1.3 miles. So just be a little cautious on those roads this morning if you're driving around those areas. Current temperature is quite cool, but definitely warmer than last week. We're seeing some areas in the upper 30s and some areas also in the 40s. But if you're in Jackson, 50 degrees is what you're seeing this morning as you're leaving your door. Forecasted highs for today will be in the 70s, with some places getting up to those upper 70 values today. So definitely a nice warm day as you're going into your Monday. Next couple hours, though, we'll be warming up to those highs for today. Nice and sunny skies. We got sunrise coming up in a couple of hours and a nice, beautiful couple of days ahead of us as well. Madison?
All right, Megan, thank you. New grant money will be heading to nonprofits throughout Kentucky to help fight drug addiction. The grant will bring $37 million to addiction treatment efforts over the next 3 years. Nonprofits in Lexington, like Shepherd's House, hope to receive some of that money. The governor's office says overdose deaths have decreased almost 10% since last year. If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, the Kentucky Help Call Center can connect you to treatment. It has been more than 1 year since sports betting became legal here in Kentucky, but that new form of gambling has turned into a struggle for some people. Michael Stone says the uptick began last year in October, right after sports betting went into effect in the Commonwealth. He says it's important to note that the amount of people suffering from gambling-related issues has not increased. Rather, more people are becoming aware of problems that can come along with it.
They have become aware because of the explosion of advertising for the online sports gambling, the FanDuels, the DraftKings, and all the other online sports betting applications that now all carry the note of gambling problem. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Stone says the council does not have any definitive evidence to show the legalization of sports betting is creating more problems with addicted gamblers. 2024 shaping our Appalachian region or SOAR Summit, and those involved say the event was a success after wrapping at the end of last week. With special guests joining the final day and millions of dollars in funding announcements, the summit was all about using different tracks to celebrate the efforts to drive the region forward. Governor Andy Beshear and Congressman Hal Rogers shared a list of grant recipients, and SOAR was presented with a more than $40 million check, among other funding announcements.
It's exciting to be at the SOAR Summit, showing our continued commitment to Eastern Kentucky and providing the investments and infrastructure to help it succeed. Today, between the money going to the Mountain Parkway and other funds, we talked about $500 million of investment.
The event celebrated the strength and resiliency of community. Many folks in Kentucky continue to help those affected by the hurricanes. One man is doing everything he can to help out. After volunteering in Florida for 1 week, Mike Philbeck returned home with a mission to help those in North Carolina. Philbeck has been collecting supplies and received donations from churches across the area. He now has 11 trailers full of supplies ready to go to hard-hit communities near Asheville.
Well, this is a one-man show, and I had to ask for family and friends. My dad is 85 and a half, and he's driving one of these trucks down. So I had to reach out for help because this turned into so much more than one man could do.
Other churches throughout southern and central Kentucky are also helping out on this big effort. One Laurel County business had quite the crowd for the first Harvest Festival. Cornet Farm Fresh hosted the festival with several activities, including decorating cookies, pumpkins, games, and of course, eating farm-to-table food. Director of Operations Katie Fortney says they had a great turnout despite construction on Highway 192 drastically decreasing sales for the last couple of days.
So just to kind of see, you know, the community come together and support a local business has just been very overpowering. Despite what, you know, that's going to happen outside with the construction, you know, it's going to be great right now. You know, of course, we're going through that still. So it's been really awesome to just see the community come together from far and wide.
Fortney says opening the one-way road in front of the store leading to the light at the end of Don Franklin Ford dealership next to them has helped folks who have to turn left that cannot due to the construction.